Hello guys, you are welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to be discussing the classification of data types in SQL Server. As we have discussed in our previous video, we discussed about data types and we said data type can be defined as the classification of data in different forms. We have different forms of data such as numbers, we have characters, we have dates. You can store different forms of data into your database, but these data are classified into three. We have the numeric data type, we have the character data type, we have the date data type. So we are going to take it each one after the other. The first one we are taking is the numeric data type. Numeric data types has different types also. The first one is the Tinyint. Okay, the second one we have the small int. The third one we have the int, while the last one we have the big int. So these are the types of numeric data type that we have. Okay, so but for better explanation, I would like us to look at the SQL Server notes in order to understand this better. If you look at this, you can see data type, the range, the expression, and the storage. Now the first one we want to discuss about is the Tinyint. The Tinyint has a range of what? 0 to 255. So definitely this Tinyint will only allow the value between the range of 0 to 255, and it must be what? Numbers, that is, it must be numeric alone. And also Tinyint is an unsigned values. That is, it can only be positive. It doesn't allow negative values. Okay, so let's take this into practice. And also the storage of Tinyint is just what? 1 byte. Let's take this into practice and see how Tinyint data type works. Okay, so we are going to create a variables. This is a variable. A variable is where you can store your data type temporarily. Are you with me now? So you want to store a data into our age variable temporarily. Okay, so now you now say the type of data that you want to have in this variable age. This is our age variable, should be Tinyint data type. Definitely, don't forget we said the range of values that can be allowed in Tinyint is range between 0 to 255. So definitely, so for example, let's say our age is 25. So I'm saving 25 into the age variables. So I'm not selecting the age variable by saying select age. So it's going to give me the value I have here, which is 25. The value I saved into the variable, which is what? 25. Now I'm selecting it. If I run this select age statement, click on execute. Okay, you must declare it. You must run it together with this. So it says 25. Okay, so now let's assume we have someone age of 254. Let's say 254, and now do this, execute. I have my value, which is 254. So now I have another person's age which is 256. If you select this value and execute it, we have an error. Arithmetic overflow error for data type Tinyint. Value is 256. So that means it is telling us that we must not have a value or a range of value that is more than what? 255. Also, we said Tinyint must be an unsigned value. That means it must not be negative. It must be positive only. If you now say a minus 3 or minus 4, if you want this statement now, we are going to have an error. Okay, arithmetic overflow error for data type Tinyint, because it is what you add negative to it, while Tinyint must not contain negative. So in our next video, we are going to treat the small int, the integer, and the big int. Thank you.